Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here we are from 12 group. We want to explain about testing listening technique. Listening is an active process by which student receives speech sound and friend to attack meaning to the spoken word. Assessing listening is a process of assessment conducted by a teacher to the student on the ability of the student listening. One of the main reasons for getting students to listen to spoken English is to let them hear different varieties and accent rather than just the voice of their teacher, with its own idiosyncrasies.
I'm Gustian Nasution. I will explain about testing listening technique. There are four testing listening technique. The first technique is uh, intensive listening. Intensive listening is for a perception of the components about phonemes, words, intonation, and discourse markers. And the evaluation criteria that was used in that study was as follows: evaluation items, uh, the best recognizing phonological and morphological elements, and the second preference recognition, and the second technique is responsive. Responsive is listening to a relatively short stretch of language, like greeting, question, common, and comprehensive. For example, of greeting, like how are you, and how time do you study for every day. And the third technique is selective. Selective listening is processing a stretch of discourse such as a such monologue for several minutes in order to scan for certain information. And we can information from a teacher and media like TV or radio news items or stories. And the criteria, the evaluation criteria that was used in that study was as follows. Evaluation items, the first listening clause, like teacher explain the text, and we find the main idea about the teacher explain. And the second in information transfer, like give instruction, like form, size, and place, and then ask the student to choose the correct what the teacher instruction. And the third is sentence repetition. And the fourth technique is extensive listening. Extensive listening is to develop a top-down and global understanding of spoken language. Extensive performance ranges from listening to length lecture to listening to a conversation and driving a comprehensive message or purpose. The evaluation criteria that was used in that study was as follows. Evaluation item: the first is dictation, and the second communicative, And the third, authentic listening tasks. There are three authentic listening tasks. The first is note taking, is catat mencatat, and the second editing, and the third is interpretive text. I think just it for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.